what I be on, got a different style. They be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it down. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Lose it on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating this a party, one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping around and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I see it all. I just stay cool, acting like I wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer it all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no time cause I be really out my mind.
It's week 6 of the NFL. And
set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were from the first snap.
Now a dump off here complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hunt. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Allen's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Bengals in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 34-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. To the air, Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Allen again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Leads to 4th. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Dances by him. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Colts to take over. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week. That came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And this one is incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch. It was also fortunate. No turnover either.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Cade York on now for the field goal. This one from 46 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Boy, as we look down in the field, you can just see how a play like that changes momentum. Look, one side hooting and hollering, getting the big block, and the other side obviously dejected.
And since you mentioned momentum, few plays can change momentum as quickly as a blocked field goal. Big-time play there. Now see if they can capitalize on it and turn the fortunes in their direction.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, after the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle of the block as the defense just did there?
Sure. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. It'll be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw again. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first
shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his off-season working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on it there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this pass broken up. The contact, long time there, and now 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Coaches talk all the time about the value of special teams, and we have seen it in this game, Charles. Not one block kick, but now 2 of them in this contest.
And always, 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 we talk about adjustments during a game. Offense and defense, series to series. Rarely do we talk about special teams. Someone didn't adjust from block 1 to block 2, and it really cost him.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 2. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 46 yards. And the Bengals take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Allen. And again back to Kmet. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That open man that time, they ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Allen to throw once more. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before half.